One of the business functions that people complain most about today is meetings. People say they're too long, there's too many, they're too boring, and I would add to that, they're too expensive. In my book, The Hidden Profit Center, I illustrate just how expensive many of those business meetings are. Now, I would never suggest that in today's business world we try to get along without business meetings. That would be ridiculous. But what I would like to see is I would like to see these meetings be worth what they cost. Now, as a manager, you have to lead meetings. It's a managerial function, and it's also a managerial skill set, but unfortunately it's one in which many new managers never get any training. So I'm making a short series of videos here to give you some tips on how to run great meetings. So first of all, let me ask you a question. Do you really need a meeting? In any given situation, before you leap into having a meeting, ask yourself if it's really necessary. There are times when an email would do the trick. Maybe it's an email announcement to a number of people, or you could send out a printed announcement, and in today's electronic world, sometimes they stand out. Or you might even make a video and send it to people, or put it on your website. Depends on the nature of the announcement. If it's an announcement, if you just want to get information across to people, maybe you don't need a meeting. On the other hand, if you want some discussion and decision making, probably this is an example of when you do need a meeting. You want to get people around the table. The other thing is the discussion, the subject for discussion, in any way controversial? Because if it is, now you definitely want a meeting. Why? Because if everybody's around the table in the same room, everybody is hearing and witnessing the same thing. So there's no discussion afterwards about who said what or didn't. You want to make sure that everybody is on the same page and hearing the same thing. That's a very important time to actually have a meeting. Okay, so you've decided that in this case you are going to have a meeting. Watch out for my next video and I'll give you some tips on how to set it up for success.